Hey guys, Besa Gordon here. I hope that you end up having an amazing day. Now, check this out. Today, we're doing part 2 of my interview with KJ Wright. So if you haven't seen part 1 yet, make sure you go check that out. In the meantime, between time, somebody actually asked me about some different clubs and different venues that you can go to that play good music here in Seattle. So I'm going to come up with a list for you guys. That way you have some places to pull up to. We're talking about all that and more right here on Rewind with Besa. Let's go. All right, welcome back. Of course, it is time for Rewind with Besa. And in terms of different venues that you guys can go to out here that actually plays good music, if you follow me on Instagram or you follow me on TikTok, you know what I always say. It's very, very hard to know what you're going to get out here in Seattle. It's not like one of those places where you really just have like a certain DJ that's in the same spot all the damn time. Sometimes there are some DJs out here that have residencies, but a lot of the times it really just depends on the day and who is putting on the event. So check out this video right here where I give you guys some details or at least ideas of who you can follow, so that way you can know where you can go and find some good music and frankly, some people with a little melanin.
So here's the thing. Even if I told you where this party was, or this party right here.
Or if I told you where this party was at the other day.
Okay. Keep it going.
And you know what? For kicks and giggles, I'm going to give you one more. Even if I told you where this party was. It honestly wouldn't matter because in Seattle, it doesn't matter where you go. It's about who is putting on the party. So we're going to run it back and I'm going to let you guys know what pages that you need to follow again on Instagram so you can find all the black people. Okay. You want to follow Laid Back Allure, Curated Vibes, Afrobeats Party Seattle, Converge Media, Africa Town Seattle, Events by Black Sunflower, and of course, follow me. Hello, I'm the one that's really coming on here making sure y'all know where to pull up at. So here's the thing. If you don't take anything from this How to Find Black People in Seattle series that I've been doing, I'm gonna need for you to take this. And that is the fact of, I can tell you where all of those venues were, but if you were to go there tomorrow or you were to randomly just go there on a Friday, 9 out of 10, it won't look the way that it looked if that same party promoter or DJ or event coordinator was not putting that event on, okay? Seattle, at least Black Seattle, is very particular about what events that they go to. We like to make sure that we know there's going to be people there that look like us, all right? So follow those pages and thank me later. And if there's anything else that you want to know about in terms of finding black people in Seattle, drop the comments below. And if you know someone that has been having a hard time finding black people, make sure you share this video with them. Now, one place I did not add on there was Still Liquor. If I'm not mistaken, Still Liquor is actually a bar. It's always open. I'm not sure if they always have a DJ, but any and every time I've gone there on a Friday or a Saturday, I've actually had like a really, really good time. Enjoyed the music, enjoyed the vibes, because Still Liquor is more so like a lounge rather than, you know, an actual bar, rather than something like a Mint Lounge, which is really more so of a club type vibe. You know what I'm saying? And also, I don't even think that Mint Lounge is open every day. I could be wrong, but even if so, if it is open, they usually have pretty good music because their DJs are actually really, really dope. And some of their DJs were on my list of DJs that you should know about. Anyways, we are going to go to a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to jump into part 2 of my interview with KJ Wright.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Trey Holiday, and I am so excited that Converge Media is doing another takeover at Paramount Theater. That's right. We're going to be there on the 24th and 25th of this month, and I am elated because we have a great relationship with STG and the whole team at Paramount, so I'm so excited for that. And y'all know this is personal for me because my daddy would be so proud to see his daughter's name on the marquee once again. One of the big moments that we were able to share before he passed was when he saw me right there on that stage presenting me with flowers. he and my mother are so proud of all the things that I've been able to do, and Paramount is a major part of that. So please join us, you guys, on the 24th and 25th. Get your tickets today by going to whereweconverge.com/Paramount. Be a part of our live studio audience as we make history once again.
No, period. Let's take a quick turn. What kind of charity things do you have going on?
Charity. I'm actually starting my own foundation now.
Oh, give us the tea. Let me
throughout-
solo screen you. Bring me
throughout-
the tea.
Throughout my whole career, I've been doing stuff out of pocket. I'm like, KJ, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? And so I'm really big on finances.
Mhm.
Really big on finances, educating the youth on credit, how to, bank accounts, stocks, bonds, and I'm really big on obviously sports. And so just doing a combination of one of my lifelong dreams is to build a community center in my hometown.
Mm.
And so I want to get a community center there for before and after school to just put kids on game,
Yeah.
teach kids about all this stuff when it comes to finance because they don't teach them enough in school
They don't.
at all. And so it got to come from somewhere. I had to learn when I got in the NFL. My mom taught me to save, budget. But there's levels to all of this.
Mhm.
So I just want to put kids on game, just teach them so they can start at a young age.
I love that because, when I was in high school, I actually, aside from the fact that my cousin was the principal, but one of the reasons why I wanted to go to Cleveland is because they had the tech program in
Yeah.
there. And I was like, I want to learn about tech. And by the time I got there, it was gone. And so I was like,
Yeah.
there's no tech, there's no money management classes. Like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do with all these math classes? I have a calculator. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
after a while, it's like, I don't really need that. So when do you think the charity will be fully up and running?
Oh, it just finished like a few weeks ago, and
Oh,
so
perfect.
I'm doing my first stuff. My first project is go back home,
Okay.
do my stuff back home, just create a program for the kids, create
Mhm.
a program, and I'm in talks with people of getting a community center built. I just got to find the right spot, right?
Yeah.
Price and all this stuff, raise the funds, and so I can make it happen.
I freaking love that. Is there like a website where people can go to right now?
Not
Or
yet. I'm gonna come
soon?
back on when we
Okay.
get all situated and started. I'll come back on and announce it.
Okay,
I
we'll get
got
that to you really, really soon.
I got
Let me
you.
ask you this. As a male athlete, well, a legendary male
Yeah.
athlete, shall I say, what do you think about this whole Brittney Griner situation? Because, here's my tingling. She wouldn't have gone over to Russia if she was being properly paid in America. And apparently she goes over there during her off seasons because
Mhm.
she's able to make more money over there.
Mhm.
So what do you think about, one, her getting these 9 years, and two, the simple fact that she would have never had to go over there if she was properly being paid here?
I mean, this is just a clear case of I don't know the word I'm looking for, but this is just injustice.
Mhm.
It's just simply it's point blank period. 9 years for I'm assuming they said what is a gram
I think it was like
of
1.4 grams or something like that.
just damn right, just silly, just silly. And you look at it as with the war that's going on, US helping Ukraine, and so they're just trying to show us, hey, you won't mess with us, we gonna keep your prisoner here. So just a clear case of injustice and very very sad,
Yeah.
very very unfortunate. And whatever trade Biden needs to make that happen
Yeah.
because this is just she's a somebody that I always looked up to growing up. She played at Baylor, balling in the NBA, in WNBA, so she needs to be out of there.
No, absolutely. And then just honestly, they really need to figure out a way to properly pay these female athletes so they
Yeah.
don't have to continuously leave the country that they
Yeah.
were born in
Mhm.
to actually get a proper wage, just
Mhm.
like the teachers. There was actually a teacher, I don't know if you heard, but he was teaching for 5.5 years, quit his job to go be a manager at Walmart because he
I
makes
saw that. I saw that.
20,000
Yeah, I
more.
did see that. I
And
did
I'm
see that.
like, damn.
Mhm.
You guys aren't paying the women athletes, you're not paying the teachers,
Teachers,
and
yeah.
we need the teachers,
Mhm.
like
It just shows you like this country, the way it's set up, it's just essentially you got the have and the have-nots
Mhm.
in a lot of these cases, and the gap is so wide. You either got it or you trying to make ends meet. And so I believe that it's where we can structure everything to where we just close that gap. We talk about this, one of the greatest countries. Let's just close the gap a little bit to just make things equal or more easier for everyone.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that. Let me ask you this. Now that you are retired, was playing football everything you thought it would be, or was it more?
It was way more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Growing up, I was just playing just to play. It was just 120 yards in between. But it's just so much that comes with this game. Like I met President Obama.
Mm,
I met the freaking president of the United States. I had a private concert with Usher.
Wow.
It's just so much that comes with this game and the people that I met. But when I gave my press conference the other day, what I realized is that how many people I impacted off the
Mhm.
field. I was always just playing. I was feel like I was inspiring on the field, but people just be going through stuff. And the way that I made people just help people get through. One person wrote me like my grandparents going through cancer, and just the way that they watched you and inspired you and watched your interviews, like you really helped them get through that time period.
Yeah.
And I just missed one in Alaska. This firefighter, his hands were just burnt. He had 30-degree burns on his hands. He's like,
Wow.
man, you literally just made my day by coming here and having a 5-minute conversation.
Wow.
And so, God placed me in this position, man. It's way bigger than ball.
Yeah.
It's so much bigger than football, and so it's such a holistic approach to this. I'm just thankful that I could just bless people and just impact people the way I did.
Hey, how you doing? Hopefully you guys are still enjoying the interview with KJ Wright. There's actually more coming up next, such as, let's see what we got coming up next. We're talking about the future of the Seahawks. What's next for KJ Wright? If you could do it all over again, and I had to ask him my favorite question, which is, what is one misconception of KJ Wright, okay? All that is coming up on Rewind with Besa. Get ready, everyone. October 24th and 25th, Converge Media is heading right back to the Paramount Theater. Join me, Besa Gordon, Eric Calligraphy, Trey Holiday, and the entire Converge Media family as we once again broadcast live with conversations on art, culture, mental health, community issues, and more. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single moment. Head over to whereweconverge.com for more information, and we will see you October 24th and 25th, streaming live across all Converge Media platforms. So, okay, with the Seahawks actually now taking a different direction, what do you think that the future of the Seahawks is looking like? Because right now, I don't recognize anybody on the team. I don't even.
I
I
don't
mean,
either.
I could watch the games, but I'm not gonna front.
Yeah.
I have no one to root for. Not that I don't care about the team. I don't have a connection to these players like I used to have.
You know what's crazy? I went to the practice the other day and I went to the mock game, and the fans, I could feel their energy. They feel the same exact way.
Really?
They just out there. And I'm like, what is it? I didn't recognize the fans. And you just feel the energy, like people don't know what to expect from this
Yeah.
year. So they're just hanging out to see, hoping for the best, expecting the worst type stuff. And so, in my personal opinion, I believe that the team is good. Playoffs is good, we gotta see. But it's a lot of changes. Losing your
Yeah.
star quarterback, losing your star linebacker, it's gonna take some time for them to find out who they are and what they go do.
Do you think it's possible for us to have, what was it, the Legion of Boom 2.0?
They
Like,
might
I feel like that's, like, one of those, like, once in a lifetime things, and I think Seahawks fans like myself are just always like, "Can you guys just figure out a way to make this happen again?"
Yeah.
Even though it won't be the same players, but
Mhm.
what would you say created magic like that?
They they just got lucky. Y'all just got lucky in picking the right dudes. You
Yeah.
can't put a finger on it. They just drafted a lot of like-minded individuals. You drafted a personality like Richard Sherman. You drafted a guy like Cam Chancellor, who's just an enforcer and just a great teammate. And so we just had a cool dynamic. Michael Bennett and Cliff Hayward came to be a free agency, fit right into the team. And so you can't mimic that. It's dang near impossible.
Yeah.
So for these guys, they got to create their own identity.
Mhm.
Like, we need to stop bringing up I don't wanna hear anything else about the Super Bowl. They in the building, that's why all the Super Bowl guys are gone. Coach Carroll don't wanna hear nothing about that.
Yeah.
Get out the building, let's start this thing from square one. Who are my leaders? Who's gonna carry this next torch? And these guys gotta step up and rise to the occasion and just keep this new thing going.
That makes a lot of sense because it's basically a clean
Yes.
slate for the team.
Yes.
Like literally, once the season starts, I'm just gonna turn on the TV and be like, "Well, let's see what happens," because I have no expectations at all. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't know what's going to happen.
And this is the beauty of it though. Like, they can create their own story.
Yeah.
Guys can step up and make it happen. Like, it doesn't have to be, "Oh, Russell Wilson's gone. This is my team. I'm the quarterback. I'm about to go here and do my thing." Or Bobby is gone. I'm the middle linebacker. I can go and start my career and just show these fans, show myself how great I can be.
So, question: What what would you say outside of charity is really next for you?
Mm,
Like, I mean, you spent so much of your life doing one thing,
yeah.
and now you're like, "Okay, I'm trying to find my way around my house,
Right.
even though it's my house.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out that." What do you wanna do now?
Well, for me, I have to, like, latch on to something. I gotta, like, this is my baby, this is my thing. And for me, I believe it's gonna be my family. I believe that my oldest, she's a volleyballer. I plan on being that team dad that's at every game and just showing her everything that go on. My oldest son is 6. Basketball dad, track dad, I plan on doing that. And when you talk about working, I believe that when it's all said and done, I wanna stay around football, and I would love to work in the front office.
Mm.
I would love to build a team. I would love to draft guys. I would love to scout guys, find talent, because I believe that's a gift that I have. And so it's not gonna happen this fall.
Yeah.
Imma take my rest. Imma take my rest. I know I may get a little antsy, but I just gotta stay true to myself, do my media stuff here and there. When it does come time to work, I believe it's a field that I wanna do.
That's fair
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure, like your whole body was just like put in
Yeah.
the ringer
I
every
know.
single
Mind
game.
and body. Mind and body. Yeah.
Okay. Last question. If you could do it all over again, would you have changed anything?
That's a deep question. Um, mm, dang. Put me on the spot with that one.
I told you I wasn't telling you these questions.
Is this a question we was talking about earlier?
No,
Yeah.
actually, I kind of forgot what that was.
Yeah. Nah, it's part of the journey.
Yeah.
It's a part of the journey. The good decisions I made, the dumb decisions I made, it made me who I am today and why I'm sitting here. And so there's some stuff that I look at like, damn, KJ, why did you do that? But that just made me the man who I am today. And that's some really good stuff I did. Like, good job. So God put me in this position to where I could tell my story. I could tell guys the dumb stuff that I did. I could tell them the dumb financial choices I made. Or I could tell them when I was on the football field, I was in this situation in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I got beat on this play. When you're in this situation, be mindful right here.
Mhm.
So I've been through it all. I've done it all. But the beauty of it is I could tell people what I went through, and so that I could, potentially eliminate some scars in life. So now I wouldn't change anything. I did it. I made my choice, and yeah, it is what it is.
Okay, bonus question. What is one misconception of KJ Wright?
People say I'm quiet. I'm not quiet. I'm
You're
not.
really not, but I'm not gonna front. I thought you would be. I'm a little surprised.
People say you're such a quiet. I'm like I'm not quiet. I just what I do. When my son, I do this with my son too. Whenever I walk in the room, I scope the scene. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, and then once I get warmed up, we good to go. We boys, we tight. We gonna do this thing. But
Same.
I can talk your head off if I want to. But man, you're so quiet. I'm like, man, I'm not quiet.
I
So
just don't know you.
yeah, I'm scoping the scene.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, shoot, I wanna thank you so much for coming. Is there anything else that you would like to tell the viewers?
No, just I'm glad to be. It's my first iHeart interview, and
And
so you nailed it. Fantastic, fantastic job. And yeah, I'm gonna be around. This city means a lot to me. I love Seattle, and maybe we seeing a lot more KJ Wright. This is not the end.
I hope you guys enjoyed my interview with KJ Wright. I am not going to front. I was actually a little bit nervous to do the interview, not because I was nervous of, interviewing, KJ Wright as a person, but more so just because I've never interviewed like an athlete, you know what I mean? Like this man has a whole freaking Super Bowl ring. So I was a little bit worried about the questions that I was going to ask them, and I didn't want them to be too left field, but he was literally down for all the questions that I was asking, and it was an amazing, amazing conversation. Cannot wait to sit down and talk with him again. In the meantime, between time, if there's anyone else that you guys want for me to interview that's athlete-wise, because as you guys know, I will interview a doctor, a mayor, an artist, a freaking author. As long as you're interesting and I think you have a dope vibe, I am down to do the interview. Keyword, as long as I think you're interesting and you have a dope vibe. I think I've just kind of gotten to the point in my career where I'm not willing to take interviews just to take interviews, just to be able to say, oh, I interviewed this person. Like, I don't want to do that. I actually want to do interviews with people that you guys will actually enjoy watching. You might get a little kiki out of it. You might learn something new, but I really do only really want to interview people that I actually genuinely have interest in. And honestly, I think it ends up being more beneficial, not only for me, but for the person that I'm interviewing interviewing because I'm actually interested in them rather than just being like, oh, well, I'm going to get some views off of this. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, you guys, until the next episode of Rewind with Besa, make sure you guys keep up with me on social media at Besa Gordon. If you haven't seen part 1 of my interview with KJ Wright, definitely go make sure you tap in with that. And of course, until tomorrow when I come back, you already know, make sure that you have an amazing rest of your day. And of course, keep that energy high.